everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Find Me in a Book.
Hi.
Glad you're back.
I'm still here.
I keep saying I'm glad you're back, but am I? Just kidding.
Are you?
I'm glad. I'm glad you're back.
Way to sound convincing.
And that you're wanting to do this with me. Some days. Anyways, excited that you guys are here. Welcome to episode 160. We're just chilling over here. It's winter in Arizona. We got a freeze warning. I know that everyone has like so much snow, and it snowed in Florida, and it's just weird. But over here, it's just dry.
Yeah, it's a big deal when Arizona gets a freeze warning, especially in the valley.
Yeah.
Which is like Phoenix, Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler, Scottsdale. The valley, it's all just one big clump.
Shouldn't we be getting rain right now?
Rain kind of comes like
we haven't
end
gotten
of
rain
February,
in a long time.
start of March. Yeah,
Okay.
It has been a while.
Is that monsoon season?
No, monsoon season's in the summer. It's like the end of summer.
Okay, what happens in the winter? Just nothing? We just hope.
It's cold.
Okay, well, cold to us is not cold to other people. We're very lucky. All right, well, let's stop talking about the weather.
Yeah, because no one cares.
Nobody cares about the weather, especially in Arizona.
No one cares
They're
about
like,
the
"It's
weather where we
nice."
are. They want to know about the book.
They do.
What's the book we're talking about?
Today's book I'm really excited about. It is a dark retelling of The Little Mermaid. So think of The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
We know about that.
Yeah.
It's a dark retelling.
You know, the original story of The Little Mermaid is already dark.
Well, let's see how it compares to this one.
Okay.
And see if this one is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, when I'm talking about The Little Mermaid story, I'm talking about like the original story where they like sewed her legs up and she turned into foam.
What?
And everything. Do you not know this?
I do not. Let's talk about that in a minute. Let me introduce the book that we're going to talk about today.
I just want to say I wasn't talking about the Disney Little Mermaid, which is just cutesy and okay.
Yeah, because I was like, little kids are not going to be seeing her like legs be sewn together. So yeah, the retelling of the Disney Little Mermaid. This book is called A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halle. I'm pretty sure it's Halle Hall. I always get their last names wrong.
Yeah.
But
what a weird thing to ship on your boat. Bones and teeth?
Bones and teeth. You'll understand.
Are
They're
they
not
like,
actually.
Is it like wiener bones?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like bones in their
and
body. Think of like
teeth.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, yeah.
Think of that.
Okay, I got that.
So.
Are they shipping bones and teeth, though?
They're like skeletons. Kind of.
Okay.
That's the bones.
Okay.
He's jumping ahead. It's fine.
The skeletons got boners?
There's 2 books in this series. Each can be a standalone. One is, of course, of this princess, and the second one is about her sister. So they could be, there's interchanging characters. You can read both. You can read one. It's up to you. But I enjoyed it. It was a little bit slow in places, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good, like, creative retelling of it. And before we get into that, of course, I have a little activity for you to do.
I love these activities. They don't make me question my knowledge of the romance world at all.
Oh, good. Okay, well, this isn't really with that. It's with Disney.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read
this.
you.
I know this.
I'm gonna read you a couple Disney quotes that are swoon-worthy.
Swoon-worthy Disney quotes.
I need you to guess the movie.
Guessing the movie. All right.
Okay, first one.
I'm gonna.
So
crush
this is love.
So this is love. Hold on. I know. I can hear it in the song. So this is love. What is that playing on? Is it Cinderella?
Yes.
Got it.
Cinderella.
It's when they're dancing.
Yes. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. These are
that's from The Little Mermaid. That's Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also looked up like what Disney quotes can kind of be like scandalous
Yeah,
or like
that
a
was
little like ooh.
Darling, down where it's wetter.
Like,
Talking about the ocean.
That's right.
Not the Veege.
This one might be a little hard. I've been looking for you.
That could fit in so many different. Finding Little Nemo.
No, it's Hercules.
Say the line again.
I've been looking for you.
I don't even know where that would happen.
I think
I believe it. I just because it's such a common phrase.
When he was looking for Meg, probably.
I've been looking for. Yeah.
I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
Something sweet.
Okay.
You were my new dream. This one isn't a classic Disney. It's more like
A new age.
Recent within the past 10 years.
Say the line again.
You were my new dream.
You were my new dream, or
Yeah.
you are my new dream?
What movie has like?
No, just say that. Is it you were my new dream,
Yeah,
or you are my new dream?
You were my new dream because he was dying.
Because he was dying?
Yeah, you were my new dream. I have a dream. She has some dreams. You know this song. They're in a tavern, the Ugly Duckling Tavern, and it's like scary men.
Is Tangled?
Yes. It's Tangled.
It's Tangled?
Yeah.
You were my dream?
You were my dream. Yeah, because she's like, what's your dream? Because they sing that song. And she's like, I have a dream to go.
So this wasn't from a main character. This is from a side character.
No, this is from Flynn Rider.
Flynn Rider said, you were my dream.
You were my dream. Because he's dying.
Oh.
He got stabbed by the evil lady.
Oh.
And Tangled Girl is trying to like save him. And he's like, you were my dream. Or my new dream.
You know, that just goes to show you how far Disney's fallen. Okay,
I love
people
that movie.
Those are not iconic lines.
It is iconic for that movie. I knew it instantly, but it's fine.
Instantly? You knew it? Was that the last one?
No, we have one more.
Okay.
You Came Back.
Give me a second. Hold on. It sounds familiar. You Came Back.
Who's surprised that this
I know.
came back?
Just give me a second. You Came Back. You Came Back. Dang it. It can apply to too many other movies.
It's a very classic.
It's
old.
It seems like it. You Came Back. Is it Lion King?
No, it does have a live retelling of it done now. Emma Watson, isn't it?
A live retelling. Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Then
the Beast says it. You came back.
Oh, yep, he does. Well, you came back.
You came back. Yeah. So now you
see
get
that's what Flynn Rider needed to be. He needed that moment.
Yeah.
That's pretty vague. Okay, that would have been.
You're still upset.
Expert. I am upset because that's like expert level. That line could fit in so many other plays. I needed like.
But the Beauty and the Beast has been. It's a classic. It's been around for a lot longer than this. And, Okay, so let's get into the book now. Once again, it is called A Ship of Bones and Teeth. Very good. We're so in sync.
A Ship of Bones and Teeth.
This is
skeletons
dark.
get boners.
They do not.
Why? Why don't the skeletons get boners?
They're not actually skeletons.
The writer is missing a golden opportunity for skeletons to have boners.
Yeah. No, I mean, some of the characters get boners, but it's a natural
But the
boner.
skeleton needs to get a boner.
Okay, let's continue.
All right,
You're
fine.
very stuck on that. So this is dark. So there's a lot of killing. It's very rough around the edges. There's trigger warnings for this
what
book.
does rough around the edges mean?
Meaning,
I get that. Is it violent? Is it like non-consent?
Yes. No, there's no non-consent. It's just very like gritty details. Like you read all about the killing. You read like their language is really
so it's
crude,
violent.
Yeah.
They use really foul language.
Yeah.
Crass, not foul.
Crass.
I mean,
yeah.
it's crass, it's
all
crude,
it.
it's...
What you would think of like a pirate ship. Like, it's just very, very rough.
So the scurvy's historically accurate?
Sure.
As he took off his pants, his skeleton body was covered in scurvy.
What is scurvy?
Scurvy's like a deficiency. Well, I know that they would eat lemons or oranges.
Yeah.
They would need vitamin C to help fight back the scurvy on ships. And so that was important. But I want to say scurvy is just like
a lack of nutrients.
Like a rash, maybe. I don't have my phone. Otherwise, I'd look it up.
Oh, that's okay. Yes. So this is also a very spicy book. You are there with them. You are there with them. That's all I can say.
You are there with them. You are there with them.
You are in the details of what is happening.
So
it's very described.
Is the story from first person perspective or is it third person?
It changes points of view. So it has the Princess Marin.
So it's being told from a person's perspective.
Yes,
the entire time.
first person.
So it's first person.
Yeah, first person, not third person. Dual point of view. So you go from Marin, who is the mermaid siren that we'll get into, to Bones or Captain Batista or Captain Ramsey. Like that's the
Okay.
second main male, or that's the main male character. He's like the ship
The
captain.
MMC.
Yeah, the MMC. So
Main male character.
let's start with
It's a
Princess
skeleton
Marin.
with a boner.
She is like Ariel. She's 16 years old when she's like, I don't want to be a part of this kingdom anymore. I am going up to the surface. She goes up to the surface, sees Prince Eric. She then meets with a sea witch, and the sea witch's name is Adonia. And she makes this deal to get legs. And she says, hey, give me your voice. She cuts out her tongue.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
Not. Oh.
and then Marin wakes up on the ocean. Eric's butler finds her. But the thing is, in the, of course, Disney movies, you think Eric is perfect and kind. He's not. He's extremely abusive. He is not the heir to the throne. He's just one of the royals. Like, he's a prince. But he's very physically abusive. He's very emotionally abusive. And she's there for 10 years. Like, she's his wife for 10 years. And
So Prince Eric's a dick.
Yeah, and he wanted
captures
to
this
marry
girl.
her because she was so innocent, and she didn't have a voice because her tongue was cut out. But
Yeah. Sounds like the perfect woman. Can't talk.
luckily, her tongue grew back.
What?
Because she has magic. So she is a siren.
Yeah.
So a witch is a mermaid, but sirens are more, they're much more vicious. They want to hunt men down because they eat out their hearts, and it gives them more power and just
So wait,
are
did you say
better.
the sea witch was a mermaid?
No,
Okay.
the siren.
Yes, and Ariel is her name.
No, Marin.
Marin. Okay, so
Okay,
Marin's
Marin.
a mermaid or a siren?
It's the same thing.
Okay,
So
it's
the people
synonymous.
on
Okay,
land,
siren.
the people on land know them as mermaids, but they're actually sirens.
Okay, and they kill
So
people. Just
Marin
like,
is a siren.
all right.
She goes to Adonia, the sea witch, to get legs. So she gets her legs. She goes up. She marries Eric. 10 years pass. She's just been abused. So she wants to get out. They have been starting to travel more, her and Eric, on different voyages. And she is wanting them to go by this certain island, I think by the Philippines, it said. That's where her kingdom was undersea. And so she wants them to go over there, but before they get there, the pirate ship overtakes them. And they capture her and they capture Eric. And from there, she meets Bones, or Captain Ramsey. And she learns, she of course isn't telling him that she was a siren, or but the ship are going to the certain island where there's a different sea witch, and they have captured a siren, Marin. She's very vicious, very tenacious, very like strong power. She starts to get some of her siren power back. And when they go to this other sea witch to get the siren, she finds out it's her sister. And then it goes from there. We learned that the captain has a vendetta against the original sea witch, as does she. And they work together. And it's very gritty. It's very, like, I felt like the story was a little bit slow, but it turned out okay. It turned out good. I like how the author still had details in there from kind of like the Little Mermaid, different aspects, but changed it enough as well. So knowing all of that, how is it similar to the very original Little Mermaid?
The Grimm's fairy tale one. It's not.
Okay, well that's good to know. Tell me a little bit about the Grimm's one.
Okay, so I don't even recall the story all that well, but it's a very sad story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I don't know. It's a story of warning, like all the Grimm's fairy tales are, to help little kids cope with death and trauma and things like that.
Oh,
That's why all those fairy tales were told. It was a
Yeah.
way of like helping kids comprehend like death, kidnapping,
Yeah.
murder, trauma.
I didn't know
Drama.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the Grimm fairy tales.
Well, I mean, people told stories back in the day in order to help people cope with and make sense out of like crazy things in their life, like
Mm-hmm.
Hero's Journey, like the the underdog overcoming, slaying a monster kind of thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they were meant. But in the Little Mermaid one, she made a wit, or she wanted legs.
Mm-hmm.
That was accurate. She gets her legs, but then she tries to like go back to the ocean, but she
Mm-hmm.
can't. And so she tries to sew her legs together
Oh
to turn him
no.
into a tail.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if that part is, but then it ends like the witch says, if you can't fall in love by X date, then you're gonna turn into sea foam or something like that.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
yeah, she turned into sea foam in the ocean and died. Like that was it.
That's terrible.
And I think that's how all mermaids die in that world too. It's like mermaids don't like, you don't bury them in the ground. They just
Yeah.
turn to sea foam. So all the ocean waves you see crashing is actually dead mermaids.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's
All right. Well,
like I said, it's a very sad story. Disney did a
Yeah.
great job making it fun for kids, though.
yeah, and she's 16.
Do they say that in the
Yeah,
movie? In
they
the movie,
do.
she's 16.
Yep, they really do.
Yeah, Eric
That's
looks
why
older
it
than
is not
16.
my favorite. Okay, for this last part, I am wanting you to pick a Disney movie, and then let's come up with a dark retelling of our own for it.
Okay, we should. All right, our own dark romance and
I mean, it doesn't have to be romance. I just think it would be fun to come up
a
with like
dark retelling of it.
just very light,
Any
high
Disney
level.
movie.
Yeah, we don't have to go into a lot of details.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do one not from our childhood, because that's one everyone would. Let's do one within like the last 10 years.
Oh well, that's harder.
Just
I
think of any Disney movie. It's easy to turn
Okay,
stories dark.
Then let's do Tangled, since you
Tangled?
had such a problem with it.
All right, so let's make Tangled dark,
Yeah.
darker than it
yeah,
already
it
is.
kind
It
of
starts with
is.
kidnapping.
Yeah.
All right, so instead of kidnapping, actually no,
We could still stick
Yeah.
with the
I
kidnapping.
think the
of
kidnapping
the old
happens,
lady.
but she doesn't just kidnap. She like torches the whole city behind her.
Oh.
Like when she kidnaps the kid,
Yeah.
like kills the family, kills the entire royal family, sends the kingdom into disarray, and then she absconds with that girl.
Okay.
And then she ends up making these potions out of her hair and everything,
Mhm.
and she sells them.
Okay.
So we got some capitalism now. She's selling it to those people who are like, they turn to her now as the leader. So now she's this like theocratical witch.
Okay.
And it's like she's leading the world now.
Oh. And she's still kind of like, what's her name? What's the Tangled girl's name?
Uh
I know people are like screaming at us from like their screen.
no.
What is her name?
Because it's like, why do we know Flynn Rider?
Yeah.
Why do we know the Tangled song so much better? Like, why are these things so hard to recall?
I don't know.
Because they're not memorable enough to care.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Now I'll get off my soapbox.
But she's
that
still
would
a
be-
princess,
Still
but
a
to
princess.
this witch.
Yeah, she's kidnapped. She's locked away in a tower and everything.
Is he from like a rebellion, maybe? Of like underground,
no,
like
he's-
wanting to.
He's a slave to the witch. He's a criminal, and he gets
Oh,
Flynn
he's her
Rider's the criminal.
assassin.
no,
Like
not
he goes and like kills people for her to get like the payments.
Yeah, but then he has no
and-
reason to really betray her.
But he falls in love. He could fall in love.
He could
With the
fall in love, but
girl.
why would, if she's paying him well to like go like why does he turn? Now if that could be a
To, like,
villain that gets in
to-
the way of the main male characters.
To get her out of that situation and from underneath the witch, he wants to help her escape.
Yeah, you gotta make him an underdog.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
You do.
Uh,
Flynn Rider's an underdog
Yeah.
in the original story
yeah, I guess.
because he's a criminal. He's a
He
pretty
could
good
still
criminal,
be the
but he has no
underdog.
team. He has no one to support him,
Yeah.
and that's why the
That's
girl
true.
helping
He's
him out.
already-
He's like, she makes him better and stronger than what he was on his own.
Yeah.
So he's an underdog. So he
He's
can't be
still
an
like
accomplished
that.
assassin though. You can make him an
Oh.
assassin, but he would have to be a really bad assassin. He
What
would have
could
to mistakenly kill every single person that he gets assigned
Yeah.
to kill.
That
That's
would
why
be
I'm saying like
crazy.
he should be like a slave or something to the
Okay.
witch, and
like
he stumbles.
enslaved.
Yeah,
like, to her.
enslaved to her, and he stumbles upon the girl that she kidnapped.
Oh, like she's been living in like a cellar or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, she's locked away. It's not a happy life for her. She's not singing
Oh.
in the tower, looking out the window at
Yeah.
the lanterns every year.
And that's why her hair has grown so long too, because she's just
Yeah,
unkept.
unkempt, all that. So she's also dark and gritty, and she does
Right.
not look good. But he sees this like just massive hair or something. So yeah,
Yeah.
he.
Oh.
That's why. That's why you make him the underdog. And now the story's about him escaping with this girl
Yeah.
who supposedly may or may not have magic powers or something.
Okay.
So he doesn't know if he believes her. He's like, wait,
Yeah.
you're the princess? You're the royal heir of the family?
Yeah.
And then he tries to like
I
help her
love
escape.
it. Okay, someone write this book because I love that idea. That's a really good story.
See?
All right. Well,
That's why I'm torn. No, I'm kidding.
no, you just
Thank
got to
you.
make these movies. Make it into a movie now. All right. Well, that's it for us. This was a very good dark retelling of The Little Mermaid. It was dark and gritty. It was rough, but it kind of checks the boxes for a dark romance. And it's fun because you're like, oh, that's how this was brought into it. That's like similar to The Little Mermaid. And
I think pirate ships lend themselves really well to dark romances.
I think so too.
And still no skeletons with boners in it, though?
There was skeletons on that one siren or on that one
With-
sea witch's ship.
With boners?
They didn't say boners, but we can pretend that there were some.
They have a
It's like
specific
a
bone.
mixture of the Little Mermaid and the Pirates of the Caribbean together, and it was perfect. I think I've read, of course, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I think I've read, a Peter Pan retelling. I know that I've read more, a Cinderella retelling. Those ones are always really rough because, like, the sisters, like, abuse her and
And
it's
once
very
again, the
dark.
Grimm fairy tales are much darker.
They are,
Because
and
they
they're
cut off,
trying to make
one
it.
sister cuts off her toes to fit in the glass
Oh,
slipper.
yes.
One sister cuts off her heel to fit in.
That's insane.
Meanwhile, the prince isn't paying attention to the blood-filled glass shoe.
Yeah. What you doing?
You see something,
Why are
Romer?
you growling? All right. Well, he's telling us it's time.
Is it time, Romer?
It's time. Thank you guys so much for listening. Put your suggestions in the comments if you have books for us to read, to talk about. I will also get suggestions on Instagram, so follow us on there and subscribe on YouTube. Every week we're here, and you are as well.
Yay!
He's still here.
I'm still here, everyone.
So, all right. Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk to you next week. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.